Alright, let's get started. I've not played Double Dash in a long time, but I figured I'm in the mood for it, and I don't know what to make for a video, and this is a game that I always enjoyed. I'm more of a Mario Kart Wii guy, if I'm being honest, if that was not made evident by me absolutely fucking butchering the start. Still, I should be fine, though. Double Dash has always been a game that I, like, heavily respect, you know? It's, like, so unique. Not just in terms of, like, oh, there's two people in a car, wow. It's, like, it's unique in the sense that, like, the controls themselves are unlike anything else that Mario Kart has ever tried before or after, and I fuck with that, you know? By the way, I'm not good at this game, like, actually not good at this game, so I'm not gonna be doing, like, all that fancy shit, like A-Tech and shit, alright? Maybe a little bit if I'm, like, on a straight line for a long time, but I'm not exactly gonna rely on this. I was so ready to try and dodge this red and then just fucking didn't show up, you see that? That's tilting. There you go. Yeah, this game's sick. I guess, how'd I say this? It feels exploitable in a way that's still reasonable, right? Like, you can be good at Double Dash and not be, like, good enough that it doesn't feel like you're getting to play the game, right? This is a thing that happens in later Mario Kart games a lot. As someone who plays Mario Kart Wii a lot, I essentially can't play Mario Kart Wii with casuals anymore, because then it just becomes me, like, waiting how long it takes for me to lap them. In Double Dash, part of that, like, in Double Dash it doesn't happen, but part of that is just because I'm worse at the game, but also because I just can't imagine that it's as exploitable, right? Granted, once again, snaking is broken. Look at what I'm doing to these CPUs, and I'm not even good at snaking, right? But, you know. I also do like, and this is like a very small aspect of Double Dash's controls, right? If you do a mini turbo and then you immediately start another drift, that ends your mini turbo. Now, granted, you still get a faster speed than you would if you were to not mini turbo at all, you know? Because you're like going back down to regular speed from mini turbo speed, right? But it's still slower to cancel your mini turbo that way, and I think that's pretty interesting. That's a cool dynamic, you know? I fuck with that. Uh-oh. Jesus, this track is not good for me, by the way. I am very much not good enough at the game to immediately get thrown back into this. Also, that is a very lucky moment to get a red shell thrown at me. Uh-oh. There's so much character to this game. I know people meme a lot about how, like, this game just has, like, eyes on everything and calls it, like, it slaps a pair of eyes on every side and calls it personality, but first off, there's more to it than that. Second off, I don't know, I like the aesthetic of this game. It's very cartoony, you know, in a way that later Mario Kart games don't tend to be. I severely fucked that up, holy shit. It's cartoony, not in the sense that, like, everything is over the top, but, like, just expressive, you know? Oh my great lord in heaven, that's very unfortunate. That just sucks. Alright? I swear to god, if I start not getting first against the CPUs on the second race, I'm going to flip out. I know I'm not good at Double Dash, but I'm at least good enough to make the CPUs eat their... Okay, hold on. A nigga might have to lock in a little bit, hold up. I am getting slightly unlucky as well. I had to replay Double Dash, like all of the Double Dash cups, in order to actually unlock this, because you don't start out having unlocked the all cup tour mode that I'm playing right now, you know. So that is a lot that I had to do to get there, and during the unlocking period, I was getting extremely unlucky, like to an extent that's a little ridiculous, if I'm being honest. So I hope that doesn't carry over here, because me getting hit repeatedly is not going to make for great content, believe it or not. Okay, I remember how to take that turn now. Jesus, how was that not it? Also, people complain a lot about how reds barely function in Mario Kart Wii, and don't get me wrong, they barely do. In this game, you just need a mini turbo to dodge reds, and it's not even like that hard to do. Like, I can do it somewhat consistently-ish. Nah, maybe not consistently, it's not the word I'm looking for, but I can do it occasionally if I really focus on it, you know? And I am not good at Double Dash, so... As exemplified by me just straight up confidently going off the stage. Jesus Christ, this map is not for me. And this is terrible luck, holy shit. Alright, can I get one instance of normal luck, please? Thank you very much. I know, that means a lot to me. Yeah, there's a weird mechanic with the way you release drifts in this game, where if you release drifts while holding out on the drift, while your stick is going in the opposite direction as the one in which you're drifting, you actually get sent in out of your drift more. It's a super interesting like way to make drifts work, but like holy shit, what a fucking miracle. You know? Oh my god, I didn't make that. I'm not even getting top 4, I think. I got a mix of like not playing well and kind of ridiculous luck, if I'm being honest. That does not jive well with me. Can I at least get third? No, I can't. Jesus Christ, it's the second race and I'm already not getting first against the CPUs. Once again, I did get a little bit ridiculously unlucky, but that was pretty bad for me. All right, not my best performance. I gotta get a little bit better at this. It's all good, though. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. I never actually speedran this game, by the way, but I might be interested in getting into it someday. If one day I have the time to actually bother getting good at this game. This game is admittedly known for having, like, a lot of depth, you know? People generally tend to think, like, Mario Kart Wii when they think Mario Kart game that has a lot of depth in its movement and tech skill and shit. But Double Dash is very much not far behind, you know? It's got a lot going on, below the surface, and I fuck with that. Jesus Christ, that was terrible. I really am dog shit at Double Dash, man. Holy. Oh my god. Okay, well. Very unfortunate spots. One thing that was happening while I was unlocking everything, oh my god, for the sake of this video, that was very unfortunate once again, I would just kind of get hit so often that either I would like get a gigantic lead on the CPUs and they'd not be able to interact with me because I just go so much faster than them, or I would get hit like 20 times a lap. I'm not exaggerating, by the way, 20 times a lap. Like, it was bad. Like right now I'm in first. Hopefully if I don't play too bad, I won't get caught up on and it won't be a problem at all. I say as I almost fall into the fucking void. Give me a sec. There you go. Oh my god. That's really unfortunate. Alright. You see what I mean? There is the fact that this game is notably slidey, which is an aspect that I like about it. Once again, it's kind of the great equalizer, right? It makes playing this game with people that are not as good as you actually bearable, instead of just you front running and not getting to do much. Because in this game, because the controls are, I don't want to say less responsive, because they're extremely responsive, right? But you can't do as much because you're more restrained by your momentum, right? It means that if there is a trap in front of you, sometimes you just kind of run into it, you know? It's not a guaranteed, you can just be the go, but it takes a significantly higher amount of skill to actually get hit. Oh my god. To actually lead by a significant amount. Also, could I avoid getting comboed, please? Por favor. I'm really not asking for a lot here. Alright, I got it. Jesus. You see what I mean, right? It can be kind of ridiculous. It can get kind of ridiculous to get hit one time and then another and then another. If I'm not wrong, I believe that the blue in this game works on the same rules that it works on in Mario Kart Wii, which means it can't spawn during the first 30 seconds of the race, and only one of them can be in play or in flight at any time. Which means that if someone is holding the blue, or if the blue is currently flying its way to first place, no one else can pull a blue. But as soon as it explodes, it's back on the game, right? Like you can pull it again. Back online, there you go. Oh my god! I didn't think he'd be able to reach that place in time. I really didn't think so. See, I got hit early on, so this race is actually going to be quite difficult to actually break back into first. Or not, never mind. Well, if I run into the walls, it's going to be difficult, but... Oh my god, I tried to get out, but see, momentum. I had my momentum pointing forwards, and because this game is so... That's very unfortunate. So momentum dependent, there wasn't much I could do to avoid that. This doesn't lend itself to my, notably dog shit reaction time. But, you know. Also, yeah, that was very unfortunate. You just kind of get hit by shit in this game because there's no way to look behind you. Which is maybe the thing that I miss most from actual, like, modern Mario Kart when playing Double Dash, you know? I mean, it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's just, like, it does get a little bit restraining at times, you know? Which is fine. I do like how, this is a very minor note, right? But I do like how cohesive all the GameCube games feel, you know? It goes further than just like all of them having the vibe Mario Sunshine, you know? But I don't know how to explain this in a way that makes sense. I didn't grow up with the GameCube, by the way, so this isn't just the nostalgia talking. I'm a 64 guy. I was born in 1988, right? But all the GameCube games feel, yeah, I guess cohesive is the word I'm looking for, right? They all have art styles that are very like adjacent to one another, except Melee. I don't know what the fuck happened with Melee. Dude, Melee is a fascinating game. How the fuck does that game exist? Like, beyond just like its art style, just everything about that fucking game, you know? Wasn't that game designed in 13 months? Jesus Christ, Japanese worker laws, man. Japanese labor laws are actually crafted by the devil. That's actually awful. Man, we should stop buying video games. I feel so bad for the devs. You know? Anyway. Now, I say that, I don't think most development cycles are as cruel as the one that the Melee team was forced to go through. I really don't think it's that bad most of the time. Like, it's bad, but making a whole ass video game in 13 months? Brother. That's a lot. Anyway. Double Dash also does feel a tiny bit rushed as a video game too. Less so than Melee, obviously. And I do think that's, like, to an extent, part of the GameCube era. Nintendo was just getting especially, like, cruel with their devs at the time, I guess. Finally, I dodged one, Jesus. But, so many things in Double Dash just feel like lack of... I don't want to say lack of polish, because the game is really good, and this isn't me, like, criticizing it, it's just noticing, right? That's so many reds! Can I have a second? Oh my god! Another? Okay, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, right? The fucking, like, red paratroopa is in 3rd place. Those shells aren't coming from him. It's genuinely just 2nd place, pulling all the shells in existence. That's really bad. Anyway. Oh, there might be some, like, kind of pity system where, like, the farther you are in front of the NPCs, the higher odds they have of pulling a red or some shit. I don't know. Dude, I remember back when I used to... The game that I often play when I want to play Mario Kart with IRL friends is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, right? Because it's the best casual Mario Kart, I think, by quite far. And it's like the only one where we can actually like play the game, and it's not just me like front running for 20 billion years, you know? And the game not really being fair in that aspect. So whenever we play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the game is kind of known for having a problem of 2nd place getting too many fucking reds. You know? Like, I would sometimes, like, I'd still get 1st, but I would legitimately get hit, like, 10 to 15 times a race, which is a lot. So it is a little bit of a problem, and it's not as bad here at Double Dash, but I guess it is a thing, still. Mushroom Bridge, right? That's the name of this track? I really like this track. I'm surprised it's never, like, been remade again. Wait, no, it wasn't DS, right? I mean, Mario Kart DS. Mario Kart DS retros are kind of known for being interesting. Though I do understand this one being a priority track, it's just, why? You know? It's not the sickest track in this game, but it's basic enough that it works well as like a beginner track. So it fulfills a purpose that explains it being in the game at all. It's just, I'm surprised they went for that one, you know? Uh-oh. See, this is what I mean when I say I'm not good at Mario Kart Double Dash. I try to do A-Tech, and I get my ass beat every time, because I always end up being sent at an angle that I can't possibly, like, predict, because this game's physics are like black magic to me. And not just me, by the way. If you've never played Mario Kart Double Dash, after this video is over, I encourage you to try to go and try it out. It runs on Dolphin like a dream. You don't need an actual GameCube. Trust me. I know gaming can get expensive these days. How did I not dodge that? That felt really good. Anyway. This game's physics, yeah, they feel like dark magic. Like, you can't understand it. Shit just happens. It's a little unfathomable. That's the fun of it, you know? Not only is that the fun of it, but it means that when you finally, like, get it, and something happens exactly as you thought it would, it feels good. Like, really good. But, it takes a lot of effort to get there, you know? part of the reason why I've always been interested in... Oh my god, that was unfortunate. Jesus! That's really unfortunate. It's part of the reason why I've always been interested in double dash speedruns, although I've never done one, and I don't think I will, but I'm keeping my options open. It's because the game's got such depth, as I said, right? Not just depth in its tech, but depth in how you can use the momentum that the game is so dependent on to, like, give yourself an advantage, you know? I'll just fuck with it. What I do wish for, and this is never happening, just putting that out there, it's never happening, but I really hope that if, or more likely when, they put Double Dash on the Nintendo Online, it will actually support 16-player multiplayer, or at least 8-player multiplayer, you know? Because it's really good, you know? Double Dash, I mean. And I'd kind of want to see, like, an actual, like, comp scene for Double Dash, if such a thing would even be possible. If I'm being honest, like, as someone who's played Mario Kart Wii competitively, I was never great at it, but I did play it for a while. Double Dash always seemed like a game that had a comparable level of depth to MKWii, and the depth is the reason people play MKWii, so... Oh my god, I did not mean to go that direction. That was not good. I don't know, it's just, there's competitive potential to this game that never really blossomed, because what are you gonna do, play LAN? Really? That requires IRL tourneys, and when you need to get at least 8 people, potentially more if you want to do doubles, which granted doubles aren't great in this game because one player just ends up spamming left and right and the other one gets infinite mini turbos. Uh-oh. That was bad. That's a lot of knockback if you get knocked like backwards. This game does have like very long hit stuns at times. Well, it's more like the hit stun, the amount of hit stun you're in is dependent on your momentum. Like if you get flung backwards, as just happened right now, that nigga swerved to the left to hit me, you saw that, right? If you get flung backwards, you can lose like an insane amount of time, but if you run into like a shell or something that's just kind of on the ground and you get flung forward, you don't lose that much time. Which I like, it adds a little bit of extra depth, but it just kind of means that sometimes you get hard punished, sometimes you get soft punished for no reason, right? In the other games, it's much more standardized than that, you know? Like in Mario Kart Wii, yes, you will lose more time for getting hit. Like, Mario Kart Wii's hit stun is kind of known for being bullshit. But, you can always expect to get stuck a given amount of time. And the fact that in Mario Kart Wii, your acceleration stat doesn't matter because everyone just does the A plus B strat, does add a level of consistency to that I think is maybe better for it as a competitive game, but as a casual game, it feels less wacky, less random, less unpredictable and bullshit. I do mean that as like, it sounds like I'm shitting on Mario Kart Double Dash by calling it all those things. I do like Double Dash a lot, right? I promise, I'm not a hater. I do wonder if this game somehow had been like a Wii game and not a GameCube game, right? And it had like proper online, if I would have played this competitively instead of Wii, you know? Because at this point I do believe so. Jesus. I am so dog shit at Mario Kart. No, I did go for him. God damn it. Alright, well. I was thinking to myself, like, I don't know if that blue's going for me, but if it is, I'm gonna try to get away, and I didn't get away in time. It was going for him, though. Jesus, I forget how bullshit this fucking track can be. It really is like a billion lasers flying in all directions at all times. You know what it reminds me of? It's so fucking fast and overwhelming, it reminds me of fucking Splatoon. Somehow. Jesus, how am I dodging all of these? I'm actually quite lucky now. Okay. For some reason, when you're playing a combo with high... You're kidding, right? Just before the shrooms? Alright, dude. When you're playing a combo with high acceleration in this game, if you're small because of the shock, and you run into a banana, it's actually faster than just driving normally. It might even be faster than like proper snaking, I believe, but I'm not sure on that, so I'm not gonna make claims I don't know much about. Go ask an actual speedrunner, alright? I am dog shit at this game once again. I think it's a pretty interesting dynamic if it's true, you know? Oh my god, that sucks. I'm getting a dog shit placement again. I get so unlucky at this game, dude. You see how it is like a luck issue, right? Surely? Anyway. Yeah, this is a very overwhelming track. I like it though. I like this game, you know? Baby Park does push it a little too far. Although, I will repeat that, like, and this is a take that I've had before. If you follow me on social media, you probably know this about me. I hate all renditions of Baby Park except the one in Double Dash. You know, the Double Dash's excuse me, Baby Park's purpose in MK8 is solely to be the one that you pick when you're tilting and you're throwing when you're playing a Mogi, right? That was like its role in MK8, and I don't like that kind of power being given to shitters, right? Just ruined the whole event for everybody. That's a little bit lame. Mogi is like the term for competitive. Well, the competitive server of Mario Kart, proper competitive, is like technically still like wars and shit, right? But wars as in clan wars. I should probably just not use like jargon because it does sound insane. I'm used to schizo posting. It's just damn. I'm sorry, I said I wouldn't use that word. It makes me uncomfortable. I might be an edgelord, but I am woke. Anyway, yeah. So I do mind Double Dash's, excuse me, Baby Park's existence in the other Mario Kart games more than I do with this, by quite a lot. Although once again, if this game actually did have like a proper like competitive like versus scene, it would certainly be the shitter track that you pick when you're trying to make everyone else lose, you know. But it can't be that in a casual game, so that's fine. Oh my god. I'm kind of scared to actually snake now, because I don't want to like fall off, but I kind of need to. The thing with this combo that I'm using is, and this is part of the reason why I enjoy using it, you can't be fast or even play the game properly unless you're constantly snaking. It has really good mini turbo, but that's the only thing it has going for it. That was really sick. I did do that on purpose, believe it or not. It like forces you to play well. It demands a lot out of you. That was very unfortunate. Yes, I know. Which is why I like it. Thank you. If they didn't run into that, they'd probably have bumped me off, so. Which means that when I get scared and I can't really snake as much as I want to, or when physics want me dead, like right there. I'm getting 4th, by the way. That really sucks, just off of that. I do get held back significantly. Because, like, right now, I have no way of catching up, except of, like, perfectly doing it around this turn. But, yep, that is not an option. That was very unlucky, holy. That was kind of the worst physics moment. And I didn't see that show. We don't have to talk about that race anymore, though, bro. That was terrible. That was awful. Some races will do that to you. Granted, this is a pretty particularly difficult track compared to some of the others in this game, because it's so sharp and narrow that you don't really get to snake around. So for this vehicle in particular, it is pretty bad, but this one's really good. On this track, you can just kind of spam mini turbos and win, so I'm gonna do that if that's fine. It's very broken. This game is very broken. Well, I mean, I say that, it's like very glitch free. It was kind of known for a long time as the Unbreakable Mario Kart. It had like one Ultra on Waluigi's Circuit, was it, right? And that's all the glitches it had. Well, significant glitches that could actually save you time, you know? Glitches in the Mario Kart Wii sets, you know? I hear it got, like, actually, my god, broken properly, like, more recently, but that's, once again, more of a recent thing. That's a very unfortunate bump. My luck, man, this is really bad. I can't really play the game properly, because whatever I do, I get bumped in a very unfortunate way, or there's a trap in the exact location that it needs to be in to fuck me over. Which, once again, high item, odds, I guess? It's a little bit like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, in the sense that there's always like 28 billion items flying everywhere in every direction at all times. Because there's just more items available on the track, right? Which is cool. Like, I fuck with that, you know? I do think that to an extent Mario Kart should be that. It's just, this game does push it a little far, you know? Also, having to rely on the minimap to actually hit backspams is kind of sick. I need to start doing that in MKWii. Well, if I ever want to actually play MKWii again. Which, I am way too washed to try and do a bogey again. The last time I tried to play competitive MKWii, it was like a year and a half ago. I tried to do a couple mogies and like, I had a lot of fun, like it was really fun to do, but I got like last place, second to last place. Like, It was really bad. I did like 8 Mogies that day. I was fucking hooked, alright. Jesus, you know. I swear to God, if I don't win this, I missed it. It's all good. No, it's not. I clipped the off-road. God damn it. Alright, well, clipping the off-road's unfortunate, but I'm getting there. I am doing terrible, by the way. I promise I'm not that bad at Mario Kart Double Dash usually. I'm not great at the game, but I'm not like doesn't get first against the opponents the CPUs every time bad, you know? Whatever. Yeah, this is a track that had the Ultra on it. There's like a particular turn where if you fall off for some reason, Lakitu respawns you like right before the finish line, which is just great game design. Much like that bump, which was great game design. I love that that happened to me. One additional thing that I kind of like about this game's controls, you can mash the other drift button, right? Because L and R both drift you in this game. If you're doing a drift, nice red, immediately upon me getting first. If you mash the drift button while doing a drift, the other drift button while doing a drift, it makes you turn even sharper, which is a nice little bit of like hidden tech that was definitely intentional, you know? You can tell I'm doing it because the mini turbo color gets reset and Mario hops around in place. Wait, why did I do that? I genuinely thought it was in the wrong game. Yeah, you can dodge blues with shrooms in this game, but you need to drift out of the way, which I think is the sickest way to dodge blues, right? Blue dodges in the other games are kind of just like time it properly and there's not much depth to it. In this game you have to, once again, use your momentum right away, which is the thing that I like most about this game, is dependence on momentum. I don't know. Past a certain point I am just rambling, but I'm rambling because I love this game, alright? Uh-oh. Jesus, that was physics moment. I did not go in that direction. Very unfortunate blue too. Green, excuse me. Just kind of wrong time, wrong place. Once again, there's so many items that like extremely low odds position items being like positioned the exact way that they need to screw you over is something that just happens very often. You know? Simply because it is Double Dash, so that's bound to be. Yeah, see, I'm doing it right there. I was spamming the drift button so I'd turn sharper. It's a pretty cool tech. I like it. It's technically the closest thing to brake drifting that this game has, so you gotta make use of it somehow. Although I do believe that you actually do lose speed if you press the brake button in a drift in this game. I'm not sure if that's the case, but I think it is. I think it's pretty cool too. Jesus, I am playing terrible. Jesus. I promise I'm not that bad at Double Dash usually. I do not know what's happening to me. Oh, wait, hold on. Talent gap. Skill. Yeah, that felt fair. Yeah, I'll work for that shit. I deserve it. I do not. Alright, there you go. I was about to ask, like, what track is next, but that's the whole gimmick of this mode, right? You get all the maps in a random order, except you start with Luigi's Circuit, and you end with Rainbow Road, right? I played Eclipse on the channel recently, right? In the stupid ass fucking video. You know the one I'm talking about if you've seen it. In Eclipse, this is like a level in Mario Eclipse, the ROM hack. I mean, this is a level that you can play, right? Well, it's more like a second HUD. That's really cute. I so fuck with that. Eclipse is such a good mod, you know? ROM hack, technically, is the term. Anyway, I like it. I think it's sick. There's a surprising lack of Mario Sunshine ROM hacks out there, you know? ROM hacks is in like full-length ROM hacks. Like ROM hacks that are to Mario Sunshine what Star Road is to 64, you know? Shoot, Mario Star Road, that's a game I need to play on the channel. That's really fun. I like Star Road. You know what? We're doing that eventually. Whenever I remember to do it. Which I will probably forget. There's a strange amount of things that I'm nostalgic for with Mario Star Road in particular, in spite of the fact they're from other things, right? Like that Mario RPG song, the Forest Maze song. For some reason in my mind, that's like been cemented as a Mario Star Road thing. In spite of the fact that I did play Mario Star Road after playing Mario RPG, I believe. There you go. Jesus! I thought I could dodge that. You heard me go completely silent to lock in, but did not make it, unfortunately. Oh my god. I thought it would start moving. Never mind. Ooh, Jesus. My god. There's a little bit of lag on my end, so that really put me off. It's all good, though. Short of big mistakes like that, though, look at how much of a lead I'm able to get against the CPUs just by, well, not even properly snaking, just doing it half-assedly, you know? It's not too difficult to get okay at snaking in this game, which is something that I like. Because once again, you can play against like a casual player who's never played this game before, and after like maybe 3 hours of playing, they'll be good enough at snaking that they can somewhat keep up with someone of my skill level, right? Which I think is good. It's not like fucking Mario Kart DS, right? Mario Kart DS is kind of known for that. Snaking in DS is like the most broken that snaking has ever been, but it's also like extremely difficult. Not extremely difficult, but more difficult than the other games, right? Which means that it can cause problems if you're good enough to do it and playing against someone who is not. That's a little bit of a problem. I like this track a lot. Well, I like this track a lot. I don't like how bouncy it is, okay? It feels like, this is such an odd thing to reference, but it feels like Canyon Run, if you have the reference of what that is. It's a Mario Kart Wii custom track that got updated to use Sticky Road, which is a material in MK Wii that actually makes you stick to the track more, right? So it's less bouncy. But before that, it didn't used to have Sticky Road. That just got bean cornered, by the way. You saw that shit? That's offensive. I can't believe that happened to me. And before it got that update, it was kind of known for like the track where you just kind of like randomly bounce around, and it was very hard to control and do anything about, really. I did TT that track a little bit. Nice back spam, goddamn. I did TT Canyon Rudder a little bit, so I got like good enough at working around that, and then they changed it to be Sticky Road, so all that knowledge went to waste. So I am used to tracks that bounce you around a lot. It's just Double Dash's engine is particularly vulnerable to that. I don't know, it feels like every vehicle in this game is just very light. You know? A little unreasonably so, if I'm being honest, but unreasonable is already kind of the name of the game when it comes to Mario Kart Double Dash, so I'm fine with that to an extent. Jesus! No! I knew it was fucked. That's unfortunate. See, this is one of those situations you just don't really have the level of control that you need to do anything about a situation, so you just gotta hold that out. Just didn't have the right angle to really get to do much about it. Am I really not getting... Oh, hold on a second. And now we lock in. God, second dodge into the fucking cannon too. God damn it. That did look like a paid actor ass fucking shock dodge, because it was as soon as I entered the fucking cannon. Paid actor. Such a good bit. Oh my god. Thinking of good bits, this is apropos of absolutely fucking nothing. This is just stream of consciousness shit, right? But you know what I've been thinking of as of recent? Fucking Goncharov for some reason. My head's been thinking about Goncharov. Also, I don't know how these niggas passed me, alright? That nigga Donkey Kong was going 20 billion miles an hour, alright? This is an infraction, that's against the law. Get this nigga arrested right now. Anyway, on the topic of Goncharov, as I was saying, I don't know why that popped back into my brain recently. That's such... No, do not quit. That's such a good bit that the internet did, you know? It's Tumblr humor at its best. It's so fucking stupid. I kind of want to do like a bit like that for the channel, you know? Like a full like video essay reviewing a movie that doesn't exist. That's just a good bit. I want to do that. I just wanted to talk about that so I can document that idea so I can like be reminded of it later and actually do it. You know, when I have the free time to. Unfortunately, he is unpassable right now because every time I get close to him, I will get bumped in a way that makes me lose time, which is a thing that happens in this game because the roads are so narrow and like every cart is so gigantic. You can't just kind of be there and be unpassable by virtue of being there, especially if you're playing like a heavier combo. Whoa, my god, this is nonsense. That you saw that, right? That's ridiculous. I don't want to think about that. Man. Jesus, am I dead? No, I'm not. I got it. I'm the goat. I forgot I was the goat. I forgot. So yeah, it can be a problem, but once again, it's double dash. You know, this is like one of the most GG's prone games in Mario Kart. You know, such as this. That was nonsense. Why did I get sent backwards again? Oh, that was bad. Oh, I thought somehow the red would still make it over me. There you go. Dude, charging mini turbos in this game is so satisfying. It really is. It feels so good. I really wanted that to hit so that they'd like get carried by the momentum of the boost and actually fall off. It's more easy to do that in Mario Kart Wii, which is why people always trap jumps and shit in Mario Kart Wii, right? Whereas they do that much less in games like MK8 or World. But it's a thing you can do in this game too, because once again, you get carried by the momentum that you had before getting hit into the hit stun. I don't even know what hit me there. It canceled the red. It was good for me that it hit me. It's just I don't even know what did. I'm dead. I'm not. I thought I'd fall off for sure. I'm not taking that jump. I don't have the confidence for it. I'm a fake cell. I'm not actually good at this game. Well, I mean, I say that. It's like when I talk about my skill level in Mario Kart Wii. Like, yes, I used to be a low level player, and then I didn't play for years. So I am dog shit at the game from a competitive standpoint, right? But I am better than like 99.8% of the population, like the worldwide population at it. So I do get to humble brag about that. Aye. Yeah, it's good. It's a good bit. I like it. This track's never been made again, right? This track, Mario Coliseum, it's exclusively a double dash thing. It was never brought back for DS, Wii, 7, 8. If there is like double dash for, if there is like DLC, excuse me, for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I feel like this is one of the tracks that is most likely to make it back. Also, that was very unfortunate. I forget that you don't get to use A-Tech on ice, or else you just don't move. I tried my best, but ooh, that was not good. There you go. If I could, thank you. Man, this game's physics are so scary. They're like unpredictable. Once again, it's black magic. You can't foresee it. My god, yep, unfortunate. Wrong time, wrong place. The CPUs in this game do seem to be like, to have like some kind of a system where if they detect that something is behind them at all, they will backspam. So there is that. Oh my god. Jesus. I'm not even gonna try to snake over the icy section. I learned my lesson, you know? Okay. It's unfortunate, but we moved. Once again, getting shocked in this game, especially in like a snake-prone vehicle like this, is not too much of a problem. Because you do get to... Jesus, I was wondering where that red was. I was trying to time in the mini turbo so I lived. Being shocked in this game is not a problem, because you're smaller... Jesus Christ, another red, delightful. Because you're smaller, it means that you get more room to maneuver and get like mini turbos and shit, right? Which is good. Also, can we stop getting reds? That was a lot in a row. That was a lot. Anyway, how many reds was that? We need a red counter. I'm not gonna do that because I don't have the time to actually edit that shit. But maybe I'll just like rewatch the recording and put the actual red counter in the description, you know, or in the comments or some shit. Maybe one of you folks can do that for me. Also, we're done already? Dude, that fell so short. Scammed. Actually scammed. I thought I'd get bumped off and die immediately. That would have been kind of funny. Oh my god. First thing that happens in the match. Alright, dude. This is gonna be a problem. Yep, okay, second thing that happens in the match. Got you. Can I have a break? Thank you. Shiggy, I swear to god. Okay. I don't even know what happened there. I just lost all my speed. And we're off. Okay. This has been a terrible start. Can we acknowledge this has been awful for the fucking Rainbow Road race too? I know you're supposed to drift over this corner. I don't have the confidence to do that. Especially not when I'm about to get bumped off and die. Jesus. Everything's for me. Okay. Somehow I didn't die. That felt like I should have fallen off. It really did. You know what ROM hack I want to play next? I want to play Sunshine 2001. Jesus, man! Sunshine 2001's a really cool ROM hack. It does the thing that I wish more Sunshine ROM hacks did of taking away your FLUDD. It's not that I dislike FLUDD, it's just that FLUDD is kind of uninteresting. It feels like cheating the platformer, and I don't fuck with that, alright? That's coward shit. Coward game design. Mars Sunshine 2001 takes it out, you know? It has been a while since it's gotten updated, so I kind of want to wait until the next update so there's more content to actually explore, but it is a pretty cool ROM hack. I fuck with it. Majorly. What putain? I'm sorry. You can pull stars in 5th? I'm not used to like item pulls and lower placements in this game, and I promise this is not a humble brag. It's mainly because I never end up in these placements unless I get like absurdly unlucky. Oh my god, it fucks with your speed so much. I tried to slow down, but you don't really get to do that in the star in this game. That's a lot of speed it gives you. There you go. Hopefully I can at least get top 4 on Rainbow Road. Man, this is really bad. Like, my luck has been dog shit, but I'm also not playing well, so there is that too. It feels strange that this game doesn't have drafts, doesn't it? Oh my god, great. Great Nana. Absolutely wonderful position for it. That was not unlucky at all. You see how I got hit by that, by the way? I got hit by that because the chain chomp bounced above it, so it didn't get to destroy it, which means that I got hit by it. I'm so fucking unlucky, dude. Alright. Unfortunate Nana placement. Hopefully next time I'll get it better. Was that a ground star? I thought that was a Nana, so I avoided it. That looked like a ground star. Uh-oh. Somehow I didn't hit that. Jesus. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting top 4, dog. I think my luck was genuinely too awful to do anything this match. It sucked. And if you are in the fucking hit stun of the shock, it doesn't let you get an item. That sucks. Man, that was awful. That was really bad. Like, everything was working against me. I was playing like dog shit. My luck was, whoa. That was not good. That was really bad. Oh boy. Anyway. Oh my god. This might be my favorite. Nah, it's not my favorite Rainbow Road theme, but it is close, you know? It's really charismatic. It feels like a dream, you know? Kind of like the 64 one. I guess it feels like more of a continuation of that one, right? Anyway, still got first place overall. That's all that matters, right? By 2 points. How the fuck? Okay. Genuinely, I was playing like dog shit. I'm willing to admit that. That was some awful luck right there. That was fucking legendary, dude. They used to write about luck like that in the Bible, dude. This is the type of shit that happened to John too. Alright? I got that nigga Massimo watching over my shoulder like, yeah, eat that banana, nigga. Anyway. I like Double Dash. I like this game a lot. It's pretty sick. I want to play it again sometime. Maybe not on the channel. Oh, you know what I need to do? What I need to do is play, I need to play, like, Mario Kart Double Dash, custom tracks. That's what I gotta do. That sounds fun as fuck. You know what? I'm doing that someday, too. Let's add that to the pile. On to the next one.